Good morning. In this tutorial, we will learn how to use um, correlation analysis using SPSS. Today, we will learn how to use a simple correlation or bivariate correlation. A simple correlation or bivariate correlation is used when we need to know the correlation between two variables. In this analysis, we will obtain a correlation coefficient which reflecting the degree of or level of the two variables correlated. The coefficient ranges from -1 to 0 or 0 to 1. When the correlation coefficient is approaching -1 or 1, it means that there is a strong correlation, whereas if the coefficient is approaching 0, it means that the correlation is weak. This time we will learn how to do a Pearson correlation. Pearson correlation assumes that the data is distributed normally and that the data is in a ratio or interval type of data. First, we will need data to use. I have created this data just for training purposes. So this is the data of IQ, and this one is data of GPA or from a test result. So first thing we have to do is to input this data into SPSS. We can do that by selecting the column and click copy and just go to SPSS and just edit and paste the data there. Same goes to the GPA. Now, next we have to make a name for each of this column of the data. We can do that by clicking this variable view here and just change that to this one is IQ and this column is GPA. So the first column is IQ. And the second is GPA. Right. Now go back to the data view. Now we have input our data of IQ score and GPA score of each student. So there are 15 students, both with their own IQ and their GPA result. So this is student number 1 IQ and student number 1 GPA, and then student number 2 IQ and student number 2 GPA, and so on. So to perform the analysis, we go to this option here, analyze, and just choose correlate and bivariate. Just click that, and now we have to input the variables into this box here. We cannot input only just one variable, IQ, because you see there's no OK option here to proceed. We need to input all of the variables into this box. And the Pearson correlation I've already the main or the template of this analysis. And if you want to go, you go to options for further analysis of means and standard deviation and things like that. But in the meantime, we just go with the default setting here, and then just click OK. And this is the result of the Pearson bivariate correlation. So basically it gives you a matrix of correlations. So IQ and IQ correlation is 1, of course, but you can see here IQ and GPA correlation is 0.918 or 0.918, and it's very close to 1, plus 1, not negative 1, but very close to 1. And also the second line here, the second row, GPA with IQ, so give the same result, 0.918, approaching 1. And these two asterisks here indicates that the correlation is significant at the 0.01 level, two-tail significant. So in summary, there is a significant correlations or positive correlation between one person IQ with the GPA result.